Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. Myself Mohammad Zubair and this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. So the topic of today's video is Ubuntu versus Fedora, which is the better Linux distro. So without any further ado, let's get started. In today's video, I'll be comparing the latest version of both Ubuntu and Fedora, and I'll compare both of them on the basis of same features. And at the end, we will have a conclusion to find out that which one is the better one than the other. So first of all, let's see the installation process of Ubuntu. Well, Ubuntu's installer is one of the easiest installer out there among the Linux distributions family. And because of that, Ubuntu got a lot of popularity because when Ubuntu was created in 2004, installing Linux was considered a huge task. The Ubuntu installer allows you to install Ubuntu in and around 10 to 12 minutes, and in most cases, it can identify Windows installed on your system and allows you to dual boot Ubuntu and Windows in a matter of click. You can also install updates and third-party codecs while installing Ubuntu, and that is a very good advantage. If you know about Arch Linux, we cannot install Arch Linux from GUI. We have to install Arch Linux with the help of some commands and text editor. Earlier, when Linux was released, almost every Linux distribution had to be installed using the command and text editor. But Ubuntu got a lot of reputation and it got a lot of popularity because it had the GUI installation process, and it is a very easy one and self-explanatory as well. You just have to start the process and everything you can do is from the GUI. You just have to click on next and next and next, and after 10 to 12 minutes your Ubuntu will get installed into your system. Now let's talk about the desktop environment. Well, both Ubuntu and Fedora uses the GNOME desktop environment by default. Ubuntu offers a lot of flavors, like we have Kubuntu, Lubuntu, and we have many other etc. While they are the official flavor of Ubuntu, but they are not directly developed by the Ubuntu team. If you see on the desktop environment, or if you see on the layout, here we have different applications which are docked by default on the left side, and here we have the time and date. If I click on it, you will see the notifications here as well. Here we have some widgets. We have volume, we have internet, then we have battery status, and then we have several other things. If I click on this setting, it will take us to the system settings. So I will just click on it. So these are the different settings which are related to our Ubuntu. I'll go down and I'll click on about. This is the whole information about our Ubuntu. As you can see here, operating system is Ubuntu 21.04, and that is the latest one. For GNOME, here we have 3.38.5, and for windowing system, we have Wayland support available in here. So it means we are running the latest thing on our Ubuntu at the moment. So I'll just close this one, and now let's explore some of the applications or some of the menus of Ubuntu. For that, just click on this show application button, and here we have different applications which are offered by Ubuntu. For browser, we have Firefox, and then for documents, we have LibreOffice, and then here we have software updates. Anything related to package and software update, you can do that from these two repositories. And in order to install some new software or application, we have Ubuntu software. I will just open it. So this is the one I'm talking about, package and software. Well, Ubuntu uses apt package manager to provide and manage software libraries and other required codecs. Ubuntu allows you to easily install thousands of programs for free. Some third-party software developers also provide us click to install and .exe like packages for Linux. But in Ubuntu, these packages are in .deb format. So you can use those packages and those software as well, but you just have to use them in the .deb format. From here, we can download and install hundreds and thousands of software for free. You just have to explore them and you will be ready to download and install them. And down here you can see it says categories. Means we have different categories of our softwares and application. So just go to the particular directory and you will be able to download the related software. Let's say I want to go for development tool, so I will just click on it. So from here I can sort out the things and I can look for a particular development tool. I'll go back now. Same goes for other categories. We have games, we have news and weathers, we have music and audios. So download and installation process is relatively very easy in Ubuntu. So that was all about packages and software. I will just close this one and now let's move ahead. Now let's talk about the hardware support. Linux in general has a little bit of its share of trouble with some Wi-Fi adapters and graphic cards. Both Ubuntu and Fedora are impacted from that. For example, if you talk about the NVIDIA, it's open source, but often results in troubles like system hanging at boot time. But overall, Ubuntu provides an easy way of installing additional proprietary drivers. This results in better hardware support in many cases. But as in Ubuntu, we can install third-party software, so it will be easier for Ubuntu to manage things with respect to hardware support. Now let's move on to the next feature, community and forums. Well, in terms of community support, Ubuntu has a very vast and very experienced community. Ubuntu offers two official forums. First one is Ubuntu Forums and second one is Ask Ubuntu. Well, here you just need to post your problem and you will have a lot of people to help you. Just like here in Ubuntu Forums, you just have to do the same in Ask Ubuntu. You just need to post your problem and people with more experience and people who are using Ubuntu from a very long time will be there to answer your queries. Here you can see we have different questions posted and we have different answers and different views. So Ubuntu has a very large, very vast and very mature community as compared to any other Linux distribution. I'm not talking about just Fedora, I'm talking about every other Linux distribution. So I'll just close this one and now let's move on to the next feature, release cycle. Well, Ubuntu has two versions of release cycle. First one is long-term support and second one is regular release. The long-term release comes at an interval of 2 years and it is supported for the 5 years. Regular releases brings new features, new software version, while the LTS releases holds on to the older version, and that makes it a great choice for people who do not like frequent changes and prefer stability. If we talk about the base distribution, Ubuntu is based on Debian, and Debian is one of the biggest community projects and it is one of the most respected projects in the free software world. The last thing or the last feature which I'm going to talk about is multiple desktop. If I press my super key, here you can see we have a small window appeared on the right side of the screen. If I open my files from here and now if I press my super key again and now I will drag it and I will drop it into the second one. And here you can see we have the third one appeared on its own. Well, Ubuntu supports multiple desktop. This is a really cool thing that we have a lot of desktop. So that was all about Ubuntu, and now let's move on to the Fedora and let's explore it. If we talk about the installation process, it uses the Anaconda installer. This too simplifies the installation process with an easy to use interface. But however, I have a feeling that Ubuntu's installer is a bit simpler. So here you can see we have two options. Either I can try Fedora or I can install it to my hard drive. If I click on install to hard drive, and here you can see we just have to use our mouse and click on some buttons and our Fedora will get installed very easily. So from here I just need to click on continue and it will select my language, and same goes for here. I just need to select my installation destination and then just need to click on this button which says begin installation, and my installation process will get started. There is one more problem with Fedora installer, and it can be troublesome when we format or delete existing drivers or partitions using the Fedora's installer, and it is also a bit difficult to reclaim space using it. And Fedora also offers a media writer tool to download and create bootable USB drivers with Fedora image, and it can work with other ISOs as well, but it is tested to work with Fedora images primarily, which means it was intended to work with Fedora. Well, if we talk about the desktop environment, Fedora also uses the GNOME desktop, but Fedora, it uses the stock GNOME desktop. As if you remember, Ubuntu has several other desktop variants like Kubuntu, Lubuntu, etc. But this is not the case with Fedora. If I talk about its layout, here you can see I do not have any application or software docked on my screen. But in Ubuntu, we had some application and software on the left side of our screen. And if I press my super key, here you can see we have some applications and some software appeared at the bottom of our screen. But in Ubuntu, we had these on the left side. And here you can see we do not have any small window on the right side of our screen. Instead, we have a whole desktop here. And here you can see we are on to our second one. And now I will go back to my first one. And if I go to my applications, these are the different applications which are by default available in our Fedora. For browser, we have Firefox just like Ubuntu, and for our documents we have LibreOffice, and it was there in Ubuntu as well. Then we have our maps here, and then this is the software repository. From here we can download and install several softwares. I will not go into it. I will talk about it in detail in a little bit time. If we talk about the packages and softwares, Fedora uses the DNF package manager. Fedora focuses on providing only the open source software, but we can enable and download RPM Fusion repositories for more software that Fedora doesn't ship normally. I have shown that how you can download and enable RPM Fusion repository in your Fedora in many videos. So do check our channel, and once you done that, you will be able to use a lot more softwares and packages into your system. While some third-party software developers also provide click to install and .exe like packages for Linux. In Ubuntu, we have the support of .deb, but in Fedora, we have the support of .rpm packages because Ubuntu is based on Debian. If we talk about the hardware support, Fedora sticks to open source software, and installing proprietary softwares and drivers on Fedora becomes a little bit of difficult task. And there is no guarantee that the latest NVIDIA drivers will work when installed because Fedora doesn't support third-party software and it only supports the open source one. If we talk about the community, as I have explained earlier that Ubuntu has two forums, but Fedora has one main forum, and that is Ask Fedora. So I will just open it. So this is the official forum and community of Fedora. And here you can see people have discussed different things about their problems, and you can do the same. And here you can see we have different support of languages, and here you can see we have English, then we have Spanish, then we have Italian language. So from here you can find out the solution of your different problems, and you can discuss different things like new updates, new rivals and new packages with other members of the community. And now if I talk about the release cycle, Fedora version is released every 6 months. After every 6 months, we have a new version of Fedora, and each Fedora release is supported for 13 months only, which means that between 6 to 13 months, we must perform an upgrade onto our Fedora in order to get the latest and stable things. Upgrading Fedora version is simple, but it does require a good internet connection, and every 9th month we have almost 1.5 gigabytes of updates. Of course, that may not be true for every upgrade, but one thing is for sure, and that is you will have the update about 1 gigabyte in every upgrade. If we talk about the base distribution, as Ubuntu was based on Debian, Fedora is a community project from Red Hat. Some people say that Red Hat is based on Fedora, and some says Fedora is based on Red Hat. Well, I will tell you why it is that so. Red Hat is an enterprise-focused Linux distribution, and Fedora works as a testing ground for Red Hat. Every new feature which gets included in Red Hat gets tested on the Fedora, and that is why people use these two as interchangeably. So that was all about Fedora, and that brings us to the end of the comparison. And now, if I were to conclude this, as you can see, both Ubuntu and Fedora are similar to each other on several points, like both supports the GNOME desktop environment, Both have almost same applications and same software, but on some points they have some differences. Like Ubuntu does take lead when it comes to software availability, driver installation, and online support. And these are the points that make Ubuntu a better choice, especially for the inexperienced Linux user. But I will say that as Ubuntu has the vast and matured community, so people who are inexperienced and coming for the first time on Linux, they should go for Ubuntu as they will have the solution of their problems available more easily. If you want to get familiar with Red Hat or just want something different for a change, Fedora is a good starting point. And if you have some experience with Linux or if you want to use only open source software, Fedora is an excellent choice for you. So in the end, it is really up to you to decide if you want to use Fedora or Ubuntu. I would suggest you to create a live USB of both distribution or try to install both of them in a virtual box and have a little bit of experience of both of them. So with that, we got to the end of today's video and I hope you must have liked this one. If that is the case, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon along with it. If you have something to ask, please leave a comment below and do tell us about your opinion on Ubuntu versus Fedora. Which one do you like? Please tell us in your comment. We will get back to you as soon as possible. Till the next video, take care.